We are live. Good morning. Happy Monday. Remember, we love Mondays. Brand new day, brand new week, brand new beginning. Right? It's beautiful every day we wake up to a brand new day. Right? Full of possibilities. Right? Remember, we want to be kind of goal oriented people. We want to sit down and write our goals down. Uh, why you want to write your goals down on a piece of paper is because where you put your focus is where you put your energy, and when you put your energy, you create movement. So first thing, I'm really excited. Finally, the Senate voted yesterday to reopen the government. Finally, there was uh, they voted. The Senate now has to go back to the House, and then he has to go to the president. So we might be seeing the government opening up by the end of the week. This should be because the reality is it's so starting to impact the economy, all the delays of the flights, uh, and totally. I don't want to get political on this one or anything like that, but it's just wrong not to open up the government. It's just wrong not to pay people. And it really kind of also upsets me that the people that are making these decisions, they do get paid, right? So it doesn't affect them. Uh, they keep getting paid while the rest of all the government employees don't get paid. So I, something must be done about that in that sense. Having said that, I'm coming off a great last week. I'm still, putting together all the all the information that I got from the Miami Business Forum, which is amazing. I mean, great lineup of speakers, great advice, and I'm trying to put this advice into context, right? I think one of the persons that, well, they all did great. I don't want to put it, but at the end, Jeff Bezos did close, and Jeff Bezos did go to school in Miami, that way, public school too. So that's an amazing, inspirational, right? He went to Palmetto Bay, right? He worked at McDonald's. I didn't know about that, right? He told us the story. He worked at McDonald's, but basically, you know, you could see how you could move forward and have dreams and have your dreams come through. So it was very inspirational, right? But there are a couple of takeaways. I'll be posting that, right? I'll be posting some of those things, right, that we could use for life for real estate. And he was one of the things that did call my attention. Well, obviously, he recognizing that he lives in Miami, recognizing how Miami, the vibe. I mean, we are sitting on a great momentum and change in Miami, right? But he was saying that we should always do strategies and try to uh, think about what we're going to do. But sometimes a lot of people, we tend to focus on the changes that are coming. The changes is always going to come. He says that he turns it around and says, listen, focus on what you know. It's always going to be stable. And when you know what's going to happen, right? He was saying, like Amazon, they try to always, you know, people always going to want cheaper prices, right? People are always going to want to get their packages faster, right? That's going to always be stable no matter what changes come in, right? So use those solid things, like for example, in real estate, you're still going to, location is your prime decision when you make any kind of purchase in real estate. And it's basically, that's never going to change. Location. I mean, we're not going to hear customer of mine saying or client of mine saying, hey, Guillermo, hey, you get me like a little, not such a good location. So locations also play a big part in real estate, right? That's how it's good. Our negotiation skills, right? That we try to get the best price, you know, that nobody feels like they want to overpay or pay, for something that they're seeing. So in real estate, that's not going to change location. And what's not going to change. I know we have AI coming in. That's another tool that we got to use to, right? But us picking up the phones of our mix. So we have to create strategies and create, goals taking into account, the basic parts of it. So he kind of his mindset was kind of interesting, right? Instead of flipping, I'm going to use this, I'm going to change this, and we always trying. The change is going to come, and we're adapted to change, and changing is good, right? Changing is good. Uh, so that is a good thing. So we will adapt to change. But when we're thinking about strategies and we're thinking about planning, right? Make sure that you take into considerations the things that that are always going to be stable. That we are not going to change. As human beings, we always going to want to have a better price, things to be done faster, right? So those are the things that really you know. So having his speech, his way of looking at things are a little bit different, always trying to invent. So there's a lot of things that you could take from that speech and put into context for whatever business you're in. I'm in real estate, so we could use it for real estate. Also, look all the videos. If you go to YouTube, you'll get to see all the speakers. Highly advise that you definitely go into YouTube and take a time to listen to these people because what they said. First of all, I'm so happy to live in Miami. I think we're in the right place. Miami is changing. I mean, this city we're riding this wave, right? So, not only as Miami has become, first we were known as Miami as the city of partying, the beaches, the hospitality, vacation, right? Then we became the cruise capital of the world. Everybody was but still down the vacation, down that whole right. And then we saw the city started creating events like Art Basel, you know, Ultra, Formula One. And now, if you realize, Miami has major events. It's just about out of the 12 months, I think 10 months. That's it. I mean, it's created, all this industry, but it's not only for vacation now; it's for them to come to events. But having said that, I'm also they announced that Formula One, right? Formula One extended their contract to 2041, right? So we're gonna have Formula One for a while. That creates stability, that allows you to plan, that allows you to invest. Remember, a lot of the trends are for us to invest in this Airbnb products or short-term rentals, right? Some new type of buildings that are being developed to accommodate this new lifestyle because life's also changing. We're having people, nomads, let's say it that way, no, digital nomads, what they're called. Some people want to live 3 months in Miami, 3 months over here. We have a lot of mobility, right? And this type of investment lets you use your investment, and also when you're not using it, you have it, producing income, right? So, and we all seen that all this short-term rentals, they do yield a better profit income proposition than your traditional rentals. So we're seeing that. So that's a great thing. But I also now started to realize that forum, the Miami Business Forum that we have, now we're going to see Miami go and think into a different stage where we're going to start attracting, you know, business events, important things that will cater to Miami. I mean, they announced that the G20, the next G20 president is going to be, that means it's going to be in Miami. That's another big, big thing. Remember all this? People bring their staff, centers, they need locations for meetings, a lot of things that are happening, right? So it just tells you that Miami, we're in the right place, guys. We're in the right timing to ride this wave. I always compare Miami right now to New York in the 1960s, 1970s, the beginning. I'm talking about Manhattan, the island, because Miami, that's it. We're built out. We have limited space. We're growing. Population is still growing. Companies are coming down here. I mean, it was great to hear when you hear this Jamie Dimon, for example, from J.P. Morgan, how cities have to compete, states have to compete with each other to attract business, and state of Florida is doing a great job to create a uh, environment. The city of Miami creating this business environment. Make that. What does that mean? Making it easier for to operate, cutting all the bureaucracy. So all those things end up being in a great plus for Miami. and that's what's going to. We're really basically outbidding. Right now, everybody talked about how New Yorkers are. I guess that we're seeing a lot of New Yorkers. I don't guess. We know we're starting to see a lot of the New Yorkers starting to just get out of the city. I mean, this guy is promising, rent control, which we know the rent control ends up being always a disaster, right? You put rent control, then the rent, you think your benefits, costs go up, maintenance in the buildings start going down, banks stop lending, liquidity leaves the zone, and before you know it, you have like in every communist country, yeah, if you have free housing or whatever housing, and it's not there. This guy's also promising free buses. Where is he going to get the money? Also promising that you have groceries, lower the groceries by promoting state-run groceries. That's another disaster right there. People making lines, but whatever. That's New Yorkers. That's their choice. They want to do that. That's great, but that's putting more pressure coming into Miami, which Miami's welcoming people that have come with great ideas. So Jamie Dimon said something very interesting. Right now, if you remember, London was the capital, the financial capital of the world for a long time. Nobody ever thought that New York will take over, and then New York became the Wall Street. That is the financial capital of the world. That's where most of the decisions, there's the brain power, the talent, etc. Right? Uh, Now Miami has become the second one, right? And this guy predicted that Miami will be the next uh, financial capital hub of the United States or the world, pretty much, right? He's foreseeing that. JP Morgan was saying now that they have more people in Texas now. That's another thing. Texas, uh, working in Texas, and they do New York. So they're slowly, obviously New York. JP made a huge investment in their new building for the JP Morgan building in New York. Uh, but hey, things change. We're seeing how Citadel moved to Miami. Citadel's building their building over here. So uh, all the things just tells you you're in the right place. I mean, you really need to buy into the vision Miami's heading, right? I hear that I was, it was interesting. Some of the people from New York or some of the people from some states are afraid of Miami because of the hurricanes. Look, Miami, yeah, hurricanes are part of a reality. I think Miami, we have the strictest building codes. We're building completely, impact windows, roofs are being tied down. I mean, the way we're building in Miami, even the buildings, all that pre-construction that's coming up. Oh my God! So. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hurricanes are dangerous, are part of reality, right? It does affect Miami, but every time they come, we always deal through it. We have gotten better with our emergency system. We're building stronger, right? And I've been, we gone through a whole bunch of hurricanes, and yeah, things people rebuilt, and they're rebuilt better and faster, right? But today, it's Monday. Thank you for joining me for the morning walk. I don't want to take too much of your time. Just, don't forget to plan your week, motivate yourself. You got to be your biggest motivated, be focused on what you're doing, right? A guy, be live in the now, take steps, be conscious of what you're thinking. Your thoughts matter, your opinion matters, right? Look at the bright side. Okay, I mean, look, that's another bright side. The government is back open again. It's going to be opening soon. That's going to alleviate. Uh, so that's coming into play right now. Um, and the city keeps moving forward, guys. So please, the thing is, I want to be grateful. I'm so grateful. We did pass the 14,000 subscribers in the YouTube channel. That is a major accomplishment. So I'm happy for the support that I'm getting from you. I just put up a really great video. I suggest you check out my YouTube channel. The latest video I put up last night, which is the Formula One, the effect that it has on the economy, etc. Right. So I am also thank you for that, guys. I want to say good morning to morning. I see Amy. Doing Amy, good morning. Thank you for sharing this morning walk with me. I see Nathan. I see Mao. All right, guys. So thank you for always, having this little space and time to start the day with you guys. So let's keep pushing forward and let's be positive. Have a great day.